Welcome. I'm Crime Queen, and if you are joining us for the first time, it's the channel where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. This is where we are actualizing self-love, of course, along with Mother Eve to guide us. And this is where we are delving into scriptures that we believe has been foundation or the pillars of what has shaped our lives. So, through my own experience, I thought, well, I'm going to revisit those scripture verses, like even that of Genesis. And so we are in Genesis of chapter 1, verse 1 to 7. But as we are always intuitively guided on this channel, we have had a very wonderful experience of um, really going back after the seventh verse to revisit the first and second verses of chapter 1. And in that as well, we had such wonderful revelation, so delicious. So, this is what we are now unpacking the insights that have been handed to us. In case you're new to this channel, as I say, this is Mother Eve, and of course, again, these are the things that happens about synchronicities. It's really amazing. I When I did this earring hair, for instance, because Mother Eve was with one earring for a long while, I think she was like that because when sometimes mothers are so unhappy, and they don't really take time to groom themselves, or perhaps just with the annoyance they take an earring and it's placed somewhere, and that's the thing that happens. The other thing is that I thought it was 8 petals, and then I realized, um, having done the one with 8, that means 7 and 8 would be 15. So it's just the sort of thing that happens by chance, and I know it may not seem to have any great significance, but I think it does for me, especially with the word air and ring. Those are fundamental words, really, because the air is in it's not only here where we are hearing, it is in the middle of the heart, Heart, and it's also in earth, H in earth is Earthe. So the air, we really have three sets of airs, we could say. Okay, but so what I thought was very significant was that the amount of petals, of course, 8 on here and 7 on here, and that would really take us right here in the middle. And I mentioned this, and whilst I'm talking about it, I feel that it it gives me a sort of encouragement that perhaps my purpose, or what I'm doing here on these presentations, are going to be heard. They are going to be accepted, in the sense of people will understand them, because I just find it really, this is how I read into things. So the 15, because it was uncalculated, and I remember saying, okay, this one has 8, so I'll just do that. And I was surprised that when I actually checked here, that it is 7 petals here, and I have done 8 here. The other thing is that one has come out much lighter than the other. That's Mother Eve's earrings. Now, that is a sense of balance to me. Now, in that balance is saying to me that when we are here, we will be able to weigh either sides of our situations quite authentically. I think we are going to do that. Now, what has been revealed to me is that we are on this exodus. We are on an exodus. We are like the children of Israel who will go into the promised land. The promised land now is that we need to have a better understanding about the promised land to what we had been taught. Now, whether that story was real in a physical sense or not, like there was that pilgrimage of 40 years and all of those stories, whether they were real or not, I think they have served their purpose in the sense of giving us insight as to where we have that parallel which is within us. Within us is that makeup. There is the promised land that we need to travel from the land of from Egypt to Canaan. Now, Canaan, that reminds me, I need to have the correct spelling. I think it's Canaan, Canaan. Okay, so I will explore those again, but the gist of all this is to remind us that the food we eat, meaning the words that we speak, because we are talking from the experience of the said mother, the God said is Mother Eve. So Mother Eve is central and very active. And really, as we say, she is not happy and she wants to be happy. She loves to dance like tree branches and she's waiting. So now it's like the winter, the leaves have fallen. And okay, she understands all that, but she's saying, get ready for the springtime. The spring is when she springs into her waist and she begins to dance. That's what she's about. She wants to dance. Now, what mother dances when the children are not happy or the children are lost? It doesn't happen. So she's waiting, she's calling. She's saying, come home, I'll keep you warm. She's saying, come. I know it's not going to be easy, but we will work it out. We will find a way. That's what she is saying. She's calling. She's saying, when are you going to come home? When are you going to come home? The food is waiting to eat, to be eaten. The aroma is lovely. We need to cross that bridge and get into that promised land where we can see, even in the middle of winter, we can see the beauty of trees. We can see the beauty of twigs. We know that it's only for a moment, and that's what Mother Eve is all about here. She is calling. All right, so let's just check. Okay, so we can actually I wanted to point out, I think we'll just leave this presentation with the calling of Mother Eve, and because her voice, in fact, she doesn't want it obscured by anything else right now. She just wants to be heard and wants us to know that she cares. This is what she said to Job, you know, stand up, be a man, and answer my questions. She says, well, where were you when the waters were gushing? Where were you? She wants us to know. So while we are out there in the world, so to speak, let's observe what is around us. Let's observe the signs that had got us to where we are at. And this, knowing that they are signs, but let's see how they can serve us to become better versions and expressions of who we truly are. So I thank you for watching this video. If you like this content, do share and remember to click the like button. Okay, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing self-love. Stay blissful. I'm between bliss-filled and blissful. So stay bliss-filled because we are about planting new seeds. Okay, and be ignited. We have to keep warm. Beyond that 33 vibration, that is Genesis.